welcome to this week's edition of the World Cup Show. My name is Enrico. I've got Venant here with me, and today the international break is currently ongoing. But a couple of days to the game week 9, I'll kick off it with Arsenal playing Tottenham on Saturday from 2:30 p.m. But before that, a couple of players have been playing well as far as the international matches are concerned. And now it's time that we spoke about them and see who we should be bringing back to the team or maintain if you had a plan to probably take them out going to October. Yes.
So let me ask you a question.
Yes.
When you look at these international games, do you always cheer for your FPL people inside those teams, or at that time you're just FPL off?
No, I think during international break, I really don't like thinking about the app. I don't even open the Premier League app. I focus so much on the international matches. Like, let's say, I like watching African games and the American and the Asian games. I don't like watching European games during the international break. I try as much as possible to stick to Nigeria, Ghana, Cameroon, Senegal, Uruguay, all of those. Because these guys, I rarely watch them, especially during the other times.
When it's busy.
Like when Brazil were playing that day on Friday, I think there was another game in Europe.
Yeah.
I think England were playing, but I couldn't watch the English game because, how many times do you watch Brazil on TV? Only during the World Cup. That's when, you are able to watch them properly.
Yeah.
The other times they play, I think, 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. So when I was watching those games, I saw a couple of names. Obviously, I thought about FPL because you really can't run away from it. And I think I was watching the Brazil game and I saw Richarlison. I think Richarlison go too. So he's one of the players that we'll be focusing on today.
Okay.
Do you still have Richarlison in your team, or do you have Tottenham assets? Because I would advise you bring him back, because scoring 2 goals for Brazil when they're playing Ghana, I think that's a motivation for him going to October, where more games are coming. We've got the Champions League for Tottenham, we've got the Premier League, they have a derby on Saturday. So Antonio Conte will be needing all these players to be on top of their games.
Yes, and on top of having a good form too in FPL, he's scored. He's been playing. So
yeah, but they got out Kulusevski.
So I feel this is like the right thing happening for him, so that now when it comes to the London derby, they always say Ogopa kickoff.
Oh yeah, Ogopa Buddha.
It needs to be spot on, because when you're playing versus Arsenal, everybody needs to be on point. And as of now, Arsenal is the best team in the Premier League because you're number 1
for now in September.
Yeah. So they need to be spot on. By there, I mean Spurs.
Yes.
Yeah. And just a quick one too, because you've mentioned Brazil a couple of times in 1 minute. Is that your favorite international team?
No. I'm just wearing them. I think I like watching them because of Bobby, Alisson, and Fabinho. But I think going to the World Cup, I'll support another team. I'm not supporting Brazil, but I think they have a big chance to win the World Cup.
You're looking for a team to support?
Sorry?
Are you looking for a team to support?
I'm not looking for a team to support, but I think the team that I used to support cannot win the World Cup right now. I used to support Spain. They cannot win the World Cup. But I would like to see how Van Dijk will do in the World Cup, so I'm going to support him. Big Virgil, go on. Vamos.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm yet to look for a team at the moment. I'm still scouting. I
It's
don't want to
not in a
just
country.
select that it's G France just because they won the World Cup.
Let me give you one country, and we're going to be talking about this player, Diogo Dalot. Portugal can actually win the World Cup, you know that.
Okay.
If they
That's
don't play
a team.
Cristiano.
That's a team
If they don't play Cristiano.
if they play him.
If they don't play Cristiano,
they don't.
CR7 is finished. He's done.
Oish.
I think they have better players. They've got Jota, they've got
Fernandez.
your Felix.
Oh yeah,
Going
right
forward.
there.
Exactly. So, and going by the club form, United fans have been saying if Maguire is not playing well for the club, he cannot play for the country, for Southgate. So, same thing applies to CR7. He's not playing league games properly. So
Are you comparing CR7 to Maguire?
this is not CR7 3 years ago.
So him is done.
It's not
Finished,
done,
finito.
finished probably kabisa. Like, what I'm saying is that his club form is not the best right now.
And it has translated to the country.
Yeah, no, he gave an assist, but now let's focus on Diogo Dalot. Dalot actually scored 2 goals for Portugal, and they won on Friday, I think, on Saturday. So what do you think about him, FPL? They play the derby on Saturday. Yeah, on Sunday.
What I can tell you, FPL managers, regarding Dalot and Manchester City is, first and foremost, let's agree, no clean sheets.
No clean sheet, but they can win and give assists.
So there's no clean sheets. So we are not expecting any clean sheets.
The game can end 1-0 though. Okay, I'm not expecting clean sheets.
Yeah.
The game.
So with Dalot, all you're getting, or the best you can get from that game, is
Assists.
an assist
The bonus. Probably and a goal.
and a goal.
Yeah.
He is personally on my team. That's why I'm asking.
You have him. Okay.
He's personally on my team.
You must be happy to see him
and it's
scoring for
4.5 million by the way.
That's so cheap, though. Yeah.
4.5 million for an attacking defender who most of the time is playing out of his position.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think he offers the best value for somebody who's that cheap.
Okay.
The only problem is the United, this whole thing going on with United, them losing the obvious games and the politics.
What?
You know what I mean?
Games? United have been winning. They're on a 4 winning. They're on a 4 match winning.
But it's not the, you know what I mean
What?
when I say.
I don't understand.
Okay.
United are the most formed team right now in the Premier League.
Who have the best form?
Yeah, in the last 4 games, they've won 4.
Yeah, but who got the player of the month?
No,
Who got
listen,
the
we're not talking
manager
about
of the
we're
month?
not talking about manager of the month and in
You're talking about them. You're talking about them having the best form,
in the last 4 games.
and the club
Last
which
one
has the best form right now, Arsenal.
That's not true because they beat you, and since then they have not lost.
Yeah, we've only lost one.
Listen, what is form to you?
Form to me is you've been winning and playing exceptionally well.
If you look at the last 4 games, last 1 month, that's 4 games is 1 month.
Okay.
If you look at the last 1 month, United have the best form in the Prem because they've won 4. No other team has won 4. They beat you, and they won the game they won before the funeral for Queen and before international break. There are no other games. You don't guess about form. You just check the table and you see.
Yeah, and I check. I
I'm telling
understand.
you, I think they're gonna carry that form going forward. Chenak has been nominated for manager of the month. I think they're looking good.
So beating Man City.
If there's a team that can beat City, it's United right now.
That's nice. I
I
like
think
that.
they have a chance to do that.
Okay.
Yeah, I really want you.
I personally have him on my team, so you guys can buy him on your team. He has favorable fixtures coming up, him and Rashford.
Yes, Mohamed Salah was back in the scoring
Yeah.
shit this week when they played Niger. Yes, Egypt were playing. He played 1 game, but I think he's been sent back to Liverpool by the manager of Egypt because they don't need him they're not playing World Cup.
The job was done.
Yeah, so he's gonna be available for the next international break, I think, after the World Cup. But now Mohamed Salah's back on the scoring sheet and he scored 2 goals. He's not been performing so well. He scored 2 non-penalties goals. So I know people took him out, including me. But now, should we give him a chance now? I think he's getting his form back by going by those 2 goals.
It all boils down to this question.
Okay.
You guys are hosting Brighton this weekend. Are you guys 1 winning, 2 keeping a clean sheet, and 3? How many goals do you think Salah will score, or any Liverpool gold you know what I mean by gem, like somebody who the attacking players?
I think Liverpool is going to win now. I think they have had that break, 3-week break, and I think most of the players didn't play for the international break. I think Jota played a few minutes. He scored for Portugal. The other guy is Nunes. He played for Uruguay. He didn't score. Salah played 1 game. And Thiago Katikati didn't go to the international with Spain. Hendo didn't play the first game. And the other guys, I think at the back only Van Dijk played for Netherlands. And he actually scored, yes. And then Robertson, he should be back. Trent didn't play any game. He should be back for the game. Alisson kept a clean sheet when they played Ghana. I think now that break was key for Liverpool. I think they're going to start getting the points. I can't assure you going to win 2 or 3-0, but I do think what matters right now, especially with the Champions League coming up, I think it's the 3 points. No matter how
3
you win
points.
it. Yes.
Because I was looking at your fixtures. It's Brighton, then Arsenal, then Man City.
Well, the only game to worry about is Man City.
The rest are sure 6 points.
We have this thing called annual thrashing, where we thrash Arsenal 3 or 4 every season.
Wait, you're at home?
No, what?
Emirates.
What do you
Not
mean?
Anfield.
Don't
When was the
mention
last time you won at Emirates?
last season?
Nah.
It's the last game we played there. Jota scored. Jota scores every time he plays you guys. Don't say at you're coming to Emirates. Emirates is not like a fortress where people fear going there. It's not a big European stadium. It's not let's say you can say we're going to Old Trafford, we're going to Anfield, I'm asking you to it's called what? Santiago Bernabeu, I'm Munich.
I'm Allianz Arena.
Emirates is just any other stadium in London, like West Ham's. So So that's how things are. Please consider Mohamed Salah, Richarlison, Diogo Dalot for the upcoming game week.
Diogo Jota.
Exactly. Diogo Jota if you want him. Virgil van Dijk, I cannot advise, is falling. The price is falling. But Venant told me you should consider him.
Yeah,
but
should consider him.
when we come back, we'll tell you who is going to be the captain for your team for game week 9 that kicks off from 2:30 on Saturday with Arsenal taking on Tottenham. Welcome back to the World Cup Show. My name is Eric. I've got Venant with me here, and this time now we'll be talking about the return of the Premier League on Saturday from 2:30 p.m. when Arsenal do take on Antonio Conte's Tottenham from 2:30 p.m. Twangu Ogopa Ali kickoff in Noma. But before that, we've had a break like 2 weeks, and then there was another break before that. Some teams didn't play, so which means most of these teams are not like balanced. Before that, now you have a chance to play your wild card if you've not done it by now. Venant.
Yes. So the wild card is here. We have, by the way, if you haven't used your wild card, you have like 8 more weeks until it's done. Till
that's
game week
before the World
16. Yeah, so for those people who haven't activated their wild card, you have, as of now, less than 8 weeks for you to do it. So between game week 8 and game week 16.
Okay.
Yeah.
Game week 9.
Or game week 9 and game week 16. Number 2, there are a couple of players who have good fixtures coming up. I'll just quickly go through at least 4.
Okay.
So Kane is one, and him is based on, I'm saying him based on form. Number 2 is Mitrovic. Mitrovic is form and fixtures. Their next,
Most players do have him though.
yeah, but in their next 5 fixtures, 3 of them are at home, and he's selected by 30.7% of managers. So there are a huge chunk of people who still don't have him.
The other guys have Ivan Toney.
Yeah. Ivan Toney is also somebody else you need to consider. Of course, you have Haaland in your team, but
not everyone has.
Haaland,
Not everyone has. I'm sure it's not 100% owned.
81.0%.
So which means 19% do not have him.
It means in the history of FPL, nobody has ever accumulated so many
And it
people.
means 100% minus each one, 19% of them do not have him.
Those are people who've given up on FPL.
Okay, let's continue.
Zaha too. Zaha 7.2 million, but favorable fixtures coming up. Most of them at home. I was going to ask you about Leicester City and what you think about them, because they have very good fixtures coming up. And just like you, Liverpool, you guys have they have gotten a huge amount of break time for them to recover and to...
No, they've got a normal 2 weeks because they played the last game.
Yeah, but I'm saying just like every other team, they've gotten that break. So I feel it's high time we need to consider them, but specifically Maddison, Trippier, Cancelo, Martinelli, Sterling, and Tony.
Ivan Toney.
Yeah. So for those people who are using your wildcard, those names that I've mentioned, those are very good names. I can't go into details as to why you need to consider them, but yeah.
So apart from Arsenal playing, they'll kick off on Saturday. We've got Southampton who do play Everton from 5 p.m. Liverpool are back at home at Anfield. They play Brighton. West Ham do play Wolves at 7:30 p.m. Against Crystal Palace. They're playing Chelsea at home. That's a hard game for Chelsea. Brentford, Ivan Toney is going to Bournemouth on Saturday, 5 p.m. Sunday, we've got Aston Villa playing Leeds away. And then Man City do play Man United from 6:30 p.m. And on Monday, Leicester City are hosting Nottingham Forest, with both managers right now under pressure. So these are really good games. It's a good weekend because football is coming back, but we can only pick like 3 players who we know we can captain this game week. First up, Venant, who do you think of from that game where you play Tottenham? Just one player. No, we can get actually 2 in that game. No, it's really hard, that game.
In terms of players,
Captain.
from game week 9 generally?
No, from your game.
From our game? Kane, because he always scores against Arsenal. Gabriel Jesus and Saka.
Yeah, because he didn't play international break. He's rested enough. It's not good enough for Brazil. So
who is not good enough for Brazil?
People are good enough for Brazil are in France right now.
Yo, you're talking as if the whole of Liverpool went on a national break.
We're talking about Arsenal here.
Yeah, but...
Why you mention Liverpool? For me, I would pick Hurricane from that game. Hurricane, and then I would go to Liverpool. On that game, I think you can pick Luis Diaz from that game.
Yeah, he's actually my captain for game week 9.
Yeah, Brighton.
Yes, yeah,
But at
Brighton.
Anfield, I think that's a big. Liverpool should really get the results. If you have Salah coming back to your team, I think you can also consider him. But let's go to Sunday, where Erling Haaland has to score against Man United. I mean, even if they lose, he has to score. That guy scores like in every game.
And somebody who performs very well against Man United is KDB. I know it's very
Kevin.
expensive, 12.3 million. But when you look at the next 3 fixtures before that blank game week, 2 of them are at home, and the other one is he can still perform. So KDB with the Manchester derby.
Yeah, I do think for United, there are not so many players who can pick this weekend because Rashford is not available. for that
Still?
game.
Still not available.
He didn't play for England. He was injured. He was out injured.
I should
So
come back, man.
this weekend we've said we're picking Hurricane, Gabriel Jesus, Salah, Diaz, and Erling Haaland. So those are key players that you can get for this coming game week. Monday, Nottingham Forest to play Leicester. That's a really hard game for those 2 teams. It can go either way.
I have Madison on my team.
Yeah, but I cannot advise you to captain him.
No,
Yeah,
captain.
exactly. That's how game week 9 looks like. When you come back next week, itakuwa moto because game week 10 kuna magame normal like Arsenal playing Liverpool.